Atmophrenia is a poem by Andrew Baruch, an MC in Vancouver, British Columbia. It combines elements of confessional poetry, fiction, surrealism, etc. to convey the reader toward sanity or meta-insanity. If you're uncertain of the work's meaning, one place to look is the title. Study the word's etymology. Then, if you're still confused, compare atmophrenia to some of the illnesses cataloged by psychiatry. Atmophrenia. Copyright 2026 by Andrew Baruch. Stylish, her wildly waving white hair, as daylight bizarre, or time in irony, an Einstein of surrealism, before her audience of bored law students. Chalked onto the green board, in improv freeform, symbols nakedly lying, in the language of science, on symbols arranged in lines, until the throng in white clothes restrained the confused genius, erasing her inscrutable rebus copied by the poets. Joking alone in my high hammock, in the prodrome of my divine madness, laughing and chattering, drunkenly the monkey, I lit the weed and lazed, a literate ape, scribbling away my lyric novel, schizological, 6 kilometers from this hospital. Now I sit caged, catatonic, and cognizant of my past ill logic, my flair for poetry flattened and lost on risperidone. I have no thoughts. The mind a looming mansion on a hill, verboten, though quite clearly discernible. No one knows what it's like up here. No window opens the gray material exterior, the gates as near as they go. All our meaningless words won't limn these terrible mysteries. There follow, in this long poem, several pages of phronemo-analytical symbols, the symbols that are used in phronemo-analytical algebra. If you want to know what phronemo-analysis is, you're going to have to look that up yourself. That's 4 pages that are difficult to explain. You'll need to buy the book. Phronemo-analysis marries eros, life drive, and thanatos, death drive, as the zombivalent commercial drive, plutos, represented by a circle in the center of the page. By zombivalent, I mean that the commercial drive or Plutos is ambivalent as the zombie toward the Anakoluthon event. This will all make more sense if you look at the symbols on the page. So, purchase the book. Son, study the circle, my commercial drive, the looped street, human greed eternized in the tongue of some German tribe, the current rhyme heard through the eyes, struggling to touch his unwordable mind, his structure spun, a turbine. Ever radiantly, the red rose, yesterday's echo, again, engines awakening in genuine pain and glee. Structures in the risen sun, an orange sign of construction. walking to tweets from the rooftops, a slave to Plutos, the drive. 9:11 a.m. the time, again and again, ignobly the flaneur, as magnolia flowers fallen from the tree upon the street. The sign's echoes walk by, dead crow, winter priest of the Anacoluthon, walk by, ethically, do not desire compromisedly, raised meats, organic produce, the Grandview Park cenotaph, your passage marked in red by hand circling these slowly rotting wooden doors, the People's Co-op bookstore, the Tim Hortons Humanity Pact, and seeking so important satisfaction. But the drive is endlessly the struggle forth toward a transaction. See these sativa gummies in the palm of your hand again. The bottle spun as the glass of his model of a romantic ship, lost under crashing waves, bombastic words, the sophist subtle, a master of the platonic cuddle, Socratic his gaze, black the waves, unconscious his papillae, taste theirs on the aft side of his caique. Awash in it, an oceanic matrix of echoes, the unconscious, they get textual on the deck. Microphonic, these lights aglow beyond the leaves, the white old long limousine, as the novel Ulysses gone, and who misses such reading? Into the jungle receding under the greenery, reading through the leaves into his speech. Human each, we confuse his meanings with the music of his being. Jung couldn't really think. Like a unconscious language is structured. Biting the pop filter, say these tough words. This section of the poem is subtitled Against Imagism. Other-oriented, wet word, in his rainy poem, echo and her symbol, sound of sisterhood, her soul's ground. Words, and not images, were the material of poetry, echoes, and never the echoed. Narcissus and his image dancing partly lit the definition of fascism, the ego in its imaginary sea echo splashy. Après Baudelaire cometh a fall from the vault's grand rainbowed air, hard as magmatic rock to parse, inept, an albatross, narcoleptic upon the land walketh weirdly between unwieldy wings. So too the poet, strolling through Rome inept, an alien freak wrapped in his flaccid Priapian phallus. Underneath the blue sky, money white, their home sat silently, suggesting its strife. Two forms, through the blinds again, husband and wife within, the domicile writhing, and I, the unicorn, outside neighing. Nay! My name in letters upon a silver chain depending glittery from her neck ripped away. The jewel, a glass unicorn shattered over the vinyl floor. A trillion corneous crystals so distributed. Her toes twitch, treading upon the broken image. The boy crept down their stairs one ordinary day. In their doorway the dad unawares moistly wept. His old man stood, a letter the poet would remember, standing in the rain, a black A. To translate the black characters, tacit farewell into words, his long whisper, the father figured. His meter, blackly shining, so realer than the land, your side piece, held as the handle on the train, wrapped in a language animated, his mandate, the fabric of space. I declare myself president of reality. Baruch's words hold Charlie Kirk's soul, dispatched nearer hell wrath, no empath, red sprang from a hole in him at his racist colloquium. His inward mind hurled into the ninth circle. Go! Into the sky purple, my soul, fly wordward. I've come to realize, several tracks deep into the recording of the Atmophrenia audiobook, that such an audiobook is not producible, given some of the textual experimentation in the poetry. So, the long poem in audiobook form is here cut short. I'm very sorry. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking. It's just...